This is Rachel, this is Jess, and I'm Dan. We are here today to share with you an idea that will one day change lives across the entire nation. To tackle an important problem with a solution that we are passionate about. We are Love the Game, integrating people with disabilities in university athletics through sports. Now we address the societal disconnect people with disabilities experience. Did you know over 1/5 of people with disabilities, there are over 1 in 5 people with disabilities in Massachusetts in the ages 5 to 64. These people experience isolation in every aspect of society every day. We will address 3 specific issues. The first is participation in sports and recreation by people with disabilities. The second are a lack of university community outreach programs to these individuals. And the third are the barriers that they face attending college, which make becoming a college athlete virtually impossible. In fact, over 56% of people with disabilities do not have a high school degree. Universities alone don't have the flexibility, the expertise, and the knowledge to execute programs that provide solutions to these problems. I love the game as current and former athletes. We know how beneficial sports have been for us growing up and believe that everyone deserves the same opportunities.
Now, Love of the Game is recruiting 2 groups, individuals ages 8 and up, and veterans that have a physical or cognitive disability. Now, it is concerning that 87% of able-bodied children participate in sports outside of school, while only 55% of students with disabilities do. This is one of the reasons why Love of the Game will be run during the academic school year. Now, as for veterans, 1 in 10 is disabled due to injuries sustained in combat. However, these injuries are not always visible. Over 1/2 suffer from either PTSD or other mental disorders. Now, it is evident that these individuals have restrictions preventing them from playing competitively. So here's where Love of the Game comes in. We aim to be a sports and recreation nonprofit who will run sports clinics, leagues, and tournaments held on campus universities, beginning with UMass Lowell. So how are we different? Love of the Game will provide an unparalleled atmosphere where we use our college athletes as instructors and utilize our campus facilities and have an emphasis on inclusion. We also have done extensive collaborative research with between faculty and our exercise physiology colleagues, where we have formulated a systematic, unique approach where we will assess, match up, and coach these individuals in order to achieve ultimate results. They will be provided a physical, social, and emotional outlet where they will be able to grow, connect, and learn. Now, we have met and formed strategic partners with local community disability outreach programs where they're excited and are excited to help us grow. On top of that, we have met with the parents of students with disabilities in Lowell Public Schools, and they unanimously are on board with us.
So for our projection plan, we'll begin with 10 clinics and 3 sports, those being soccer, basketball, and volleyball, split between the 2 academic semesters for individuals ages 8 and up. We will do fundraisers, special events, and apply for grants each year to raise money, as well as implement a membership fee. For the first year, we will do 2 to 3 fundraisers and expect to double, probably triple the number of events and sports offered in the next couple of years. By year 3, we will expand our market to disabled veterans, and by year 4, hope to be an established charitable nonprofit and begin our movement branching out to other universities and our conference. The end goal is to have all schools of America East have teams play each other in a recreational league. So these are our estimated implementation costs outlined in year 1. The Campus Recreation Center, its sports equipment, and storage can be supplemented to us at no cost because we are associated with the UMass Lowell DifferenceMaker program. This allows for a quality program at a low membership price. Club and varsity athletes have personally expressed their interest to participate in our program. Our highest cost goes towards our fundraising efforts to support continuity. No one is doing what we're doing, and we are committed to the success of this program. So let's play ball.
Questions from our judges?
Have you talked to any of the folks from Special Olympics or Best Buddies or anything like that to see if there's any learning you can get to see how much of it is?
Absolutely. We've actually met with 6 different organizations already, including Best Buddies, Kids and Disability Sports, which is right in Lowell, Ironstone Farms, Rah Rah Greater Lowell, the Brockton VA, and New England Paralyzed Vets Association. So there's 6 right there. We've also met with Lowell Public Schools and the parents of disabled students in the Lowell Public Schools. They give us a lot of good advice.
Concerned with the volunteers on the athletic side, with the commitments they're already making to sports. When you talk about basketball, not sure about the volleyball season, but I think that most of the winter sports start in the fall semester and run through a reasonable chunk of the spring semester. Is that the same time that you'd be looking to run these events?
We're planning on starting the events in the fall, running on Sundays. So as you know, as college students, Sundays are kind of our day to relax, so it's a perfect time. We're also planning on staggering the athletes, so they'll actually volunteer on their off season. So we're going to plan ahead for that, so they're not volunteering when they're competing at the same time.
Any other questions?
What were some of the learnings that you had? I was impressed with the list of local agencies that you connected with, Ironstone Farm and Rah Rah and so forth. And what were some of the most relevant lessons learned from those agencies?
One of the main things we learned is at the beginning we actually capped off our age. We were going to go with just a smaller age range, starting from 8 to just kids, basically. And from Kids and Disability Sports, we actually learned from their president that there is no age for kids. Kids are of all age, so that was one of the big things. He says that he has 50-year-olds in his program, and they get just as much out of it as the kids do. So that was a big thing that we got from them.
I'm just curious what your motivation was. There an inspiring person in your life? How did this idea come to be?
So, I'm a track athlete here, and through the last couple years in high school and this first year, I've come to greatly appreciate everything the sport has done for me. It has created my closest friends, it has given me extreme self-confidence, it has provided a great social outlet, and it just gives me a place to be me every day. I volunteered with Power Chair Soccer in the past. I ran tournaments and volunteered at games. And I decided if I wanted to make a difference, I wanted it to be something I'm interested in. So I decided to do sports and just pursue something that I love and that everyone else would be glad to be a part of.